Good evening all and welcome to another video on All How the Ale. It's Sunday night, which means it's trad beer night, and the beer we're going for tonight comes from Norfolk. It's from Woodford's. It's this one. It is their Vault. And Vault is an American IPA weighing at 4.5% ABV. And I have not had a Woodford's beer in years. I used to live out in Suffolk many years ago in a former life. And I used to make my way over to Woodbastwick on a regular basis. The Woodford's Brewery had the tap at the Fur and Feathers pub, and it was phenomenal. I used to drink a boatload of Wherry, more Norfolk Nog. Yeah, sure it was Nog. Anyway, but the best one I ever had from them was Head Cracker. It was fantastic. And I was out shopping in M&S a little while ago, and I happened to spot this on the shelf, and I thought to myself, Woodford's beer in Staffordshire, I've got to buy it. So I did. It was a no-brainer, absolutely no-brainer. Anyway, what does it say about the beer? It says this IPA is crafted to spark your taste buds using T-Best, no spelling mistake there, T-Best American hops, brings out a tropical citrus taste and pine aroma. To look at it, it's pale gold. The aroma is light malt and fruit notes, and the taste is said to be hoppy, fruity, and malty. You've got 4 out of 5 on the bitterness scale and 3 out of 5 on the sweetness scale. It's vegan friendly, so no fish guts in this one, and 2.3 units of alcohol in the bottle. And being M&S, I probably paid a premium price. I don't actually remember what I paid. Anyway, I haven't had Woodford's in years, like I say. I cannot wait. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we think, shall we? Pouring into my Lemmy glass. And the pour is pale. Not too pale, mind. And that'll do. That's not as pale as I thought. That's actually got a good colour to it, golden. A little bit of haze, off-white head, reasonably tight and compact. That's up close and personal. Let's have a whiff. Light, fruity, citrusy, malty, refreshing, summery. Which, given that we're in June, arguably the best time to have a beer of that nature. So yeah, we're going to raise this glass tonight for all the dads out there, because it is Father's Day. For those of us who've got them with us or with you still, treasure them. For those like myself whose dads are no longer with us, this one is for you. Cheers. Good body to this one. Medium weight, good carbonation, plenty of it. And a pretty decent flavour. It's pretty well balanced between the malt and the hop. For an IPA, it's strangely well balanced. I tend to prefer my IPAs much more on the hop forward side, but this has got a really robust biscuity malt sitting behind the clearly grapefruit citrusy leaning hops. They talk about 4 out of 5 on the bitterness scale. I'd love to know what 5 is on their scale there, but this for me, it's pleasantly bitter, but it's nowhere near a 4 out of 5 on my scale. The hops are delicious. I like the flavour. It is slightly pithy, and that just works nicely for me. It doesn't tell me what the hops are, but if I was a betting man, I wouldn't mind betting there's Cascade in this one. Anyway, the finish is pretty long. It's well balanced. It is slightly hoppy, but it's balanced. And there is a simple, lightly pithy bitterness on that back end as well. Super easy to drink. Yeah, I like. Okay, scoreboard of joy time. Currently, it's void of everything, as you can see. So let's fill it in with the red pen of judgment. Again, we're using the new scoring system of 0.1 increments, up to a point for each section. We'll revisit the pour. So it is a nice coloured beer, a nice golden, slightly hazy beer. There is absolutely nothing to dislike about that really at all. I like the hazy presence. I like the deep gold. I like the white head. It's having the full point. The aroma, it's light and citrusy. Now, I prefer a bigger nose, I'll be honest, but what is here is pleasant. It's citrus leaning with a hint of malt behind it. But yeah, I just want an awful lot more of it. I'm going to give it the 0.7. Because everything is there, it's nice. It just needs a big lift. The body, spot on. Can't really fault that. It's a good medium weight. It's good carbonation. The mouthfeel overall is spot on for beer at this level. I'm going to give it the point. And the taste, it's good. It is good. It's got a nice balance to it. Pleasant biscuity malt sits behind a grapefruit leaning hop. There's plenty of flavour strength. Plenty of bitterness. There's plenty of bitterness for this beer, and it just works. I like the overall the overall experience of drinking it. I do enjoy the citrusy hops. It works, but I just can't help feeling it was just a little bit away from being great. So I'm going to give this one on the flavour. It just needs, with a name like Volt, you expect a punch, a real kind of zap, and it's just missing that zap. I'm going to give it the 0.8. The finish, I like my IPAs bitter, hoppy and long. This one is relatively bitter. It's reasonably hoppy, and it's reasonably long. It needs a bit of something to really kind of stand out. It needs that wow factor, and again, much like the flavour, it, with a name like Volt, with that potential that it has, it could be better. I am going to give it the 0.7, which means what we got 3.4, 4.2 out of 5, which is a damn good score, let's be honest. So yeah, bonus point time. It can't have the full bonus because it did not get a full 5 out of 5. Would I buy it again? There are beers in this class that I prefer, that have that punch, that have that zap. If I was at a Woodford's pub and I wanted something light and fresh, I absolutely would. If I was just going out and buying a couple of bottles of beer from somewhere nearby, there's others I'd pick. So I'm gonna put a question mark. It's a maybe. Depends on circumstance. Value for money. Paid the M&S tax. Can't remember what I paid for it at all. It's M&S. It's probably about £3 a bottle. So if it was, I'm going to say no. If it's less than that, I'd say yes. Like £2.50 maybe. But yeah, for now, 4.2 out of 5, which is a pretty decent score for a supermarket beer. And I say supermarket, it's M&S Food Hall. Let's get that bit right before I get revolted upon by the upper class. Anyway, it's been far too long since I had a Woodford's beer. I've enjoyed it. It's not up there in the upper echelons like Headcracker was. That was an absolute belter of a beer. This is more of a tickle than a zap, but It's light, refreshing, it's summery. And if you like your IPAs a little less on the hoppy side and more on the malty side, then Vault is one that you should give a try. And we shall leave it there and say, that has been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I will see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.